And let me tell you right now, they are the threat. Forget Julius Malema, forget everything else, forget the destructive and useless and socialist ANC. MK will destroy us all. They will destroy our economy overnight. And they've got in there some competent enemies of ours. Floyd Shavambu. He knows what he's doing and he's pulling it together. And Jacob Zuma, everybody thinks, oh, he's an old man, he's going to die at some point. Have you seen him run up a stage and jump onto the podium? He's in terrifyingly good shape. And he is going to last a lot longer than any of us want. So MK are going to get their act together. Tell it like it is. MK are going to get their act together. They are a credible, serious, and dangerous threat to this country. And I asked Gayton McKenzie, well, actually, he called me and he said, you actually caught all of us in the GNU napping because you said not a single person in the GNU's ever used the words, 2 words, economic growth. Not one of you said economic growth. What the hell are you doing in the GNU? And Gayton said, you're right. He said, we have 3 priorities. 1, keep MK out. 2, safety and security. 3, economic growth. And we haven't got to number 2 and 3 yet. All they're trying to do is keep it together and keep MK out.
Hard left in the EFF and MK who are publicly saying, kill the whites, kill the farmers. It's bad. South Africa's in bad shape.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to another political talk. Welcome to Newsology, a political channel that talks about politics. My name is Usabelo Zuma Omsholuzi Ongamelala. I welcome you to this political chat, right? So I was watching this interesting video that you just saw about Rob Hersov. Now, Rob Hersov was in the UK, right, in this TV channel. He was live there and he was speaking about the politics dynamics in South Africa. He said something very interesting. In fact, I'm disappointed about him. He lied. That guy can lie. He's spreading false information like what the EFF Forum is doing. They're going around the world telling other white people and other governments that there is white genocide, and the political parties such as the EFF and the MK party, those political parties are calling for a slaughter of white people. And I'm like, wait, man, Rob, you're lying, man. You're lying. You're a liar. You are a liar, man. You are a liar. You are a qualified liar. The MK party is calling for white genocide. The EFF, Rob, the EFF is even not calling for white genocide. They are singing songs, liberation songs that were sang by liberation heroes. They are saying those songs. Even the court found the EFF innocent on the Kill the Boer song, meaning that this was not a literal song that is calling people for action, but it was a song that was sang by those who were fighting the apartheid system back in the days. And Julius Malema was found innocent, that this song was not hate speech, but just a song for the comrades that was sang there in the ANC back in the days. So, what are you saying? Let's talk now about the MK party. Because we saw that from the EFF, you derived it from that song. But did the MK party ever came out in public to sing that song, to call for white people to be killed? Remember Jacob Zuma, even white people, there was this notion that this belief, that agenda that was shared, that the MK party, when it comes to power, it will kill white people. Even white people called Zuma to come and address them. And this is what Jacob Zuma said here.
There are a lot of Afrikaner people around you, and there's also a lot of them watching us from the whole country. Right. Now, one of the questions is, I know the answer, but are you ever going to give an order saying, kill them all? Because there's Afrikaners believing that They are going to be exterminated, and one single order from your side will do the trick. My easy response, and Mr. President, you confirmed it today, and I think for everybody that's here, they get to meet the real President Jacob Zuma.
That's why I'm saying we need to sit and talk and make our South Africa our country. I will never kill anyone. There will never be such episodes. Which were there within blacks and blacks, white and whites, black and whites. We have passed that stage. We are at the stage where we can sit and talk and conclude our discussions and our agreements. So no one should fear me. Absolutely, I'm just a simple guy from Ghana, very simple.
So white racists are spreading fake news to the international community. Organizations such as AfroForum, Elon Musk, and Rob Hersov are a poison to this country. The ANC, if it was serious and it needed to invoke their citizenship and export them back in those countries that they are lying to. The MK party is a threat and will destroy our economy overnight, said Rob Hersov. They have competent enemies. Floyd Shivambu, he knows what he's doing and putting it together. He's competent. Jacob Zuma is old, but he is healthy. I don't expect him to die anytime soon. MK is going to get their act together. They are serious. They are a serious threat to this country. You know, Rob, you literally believe that when the MK party can come to power, the country is finished. The economy will collapse because you guys control the economy. And when you see that if the MK party can come to power, if they can come to power, you will collapse this. Like what you did when you were promoting junk status using Finch and your rating agencies to discredit Jacob Zuma, Moody's and Fitch, those agencies that you own, that you fund personally to push a propaganda. You are busy now telling people that if the likes of the EFF and the MK party can come to power, they will collapse the country. And the DA, Helen Zille, said the same thing about the MK party, to say that you better watch out. You better watch out. We must make sure that the MK party and the EFF does not come to the GNU or to power. They will make it sure. Do you want me to tell you the slogan on how the DA campaign? Let me show you this video. You'll be shocked. The slogan of the DA, Baba, how they campaign. Watch this video here.
Ina leta ngikhuluma ngayo kuthiwa la keep what one cent blue angala kuthiwa stop MK. MK kadini kuthiwa stop MK bapha abanye kaloku kuthiwa nje stop nawe umunye stop MK.
The DA is now putting posts that say stop the MK party. It means it is the GNU versus the MK party as a formerly opposition political party. The GNU, the DA, carrying in its back the ANC, the UDM, the IFP, versus the MK party. Are you saying these two are the ones that are fighting for the throne now? Because he says that the EFF is not threat, but the MK party is the devil that needs to be paid attention to. The DA posted his posters, stop the MK party. Yeah? Yeah. So they have three priorities, which is Rob Hersov, WMC, White Monopoly Capital, and the DA. Because those three, they are the same constituency, under the same umbrella. Number one, priorities. Keep the MK party out of government. They are in that phase now. They are working for that. They are in, since we are going to 2026 election, they're in that phase now. He says that priority number 2 is safety and security. They are not there yet. And priority number 3 is economic growth. They are also not there yet, because now the MK party is disturbing their peace and their progress. We haven't gone to number 2 and 3 yet. The focus is now keeping together and keep the MK party out. Just imagine, the WMC, their focus is to keep the MK party out. It means it is a serious threat. This is why you must understand who is Rob Hersov and what agenda is he pushing. Listen to this audio here.
You have an issue with my friendship with Rob Hersov?
I think it's more of memory preservation. I think that's the first thing, but also accountability. As I was engaging on a short engagement, I highlighted to you that the Herzovs, no different to the Menels and the Oppenheimers, they came to the country, and they're part of the families that extracted minerals, and they're part of families which worked with the colonial and the apartheid government to ensure that laws were enacted that marginalized the black majority. I mean, he speaks with so much confidence, as if his family was not part of those who oppressed and exploited our people. But I think what angers me the most with Rob is the very fact that his father was part of the South African Defence Force Advisory Committee of Border. And his father was also the chair of Barclays Bank. Now, if you look at his tenure in the 80s, Barclays Bank is the one that funded the apartheid government armaments wing. But over and above that, he was part of the people who brought the Israelis to the country, because the apartheid government did business with Israel. In fact,
That is true.
yeah, if you look at, I think it was 81 or 83, there was a deal that was struck, a military deal that was struck between South Africa and Israel. And it is said that that deal actually saved Israel's economy. But if you go over and above that, his father was also an advisor to Thabo Mbeki during the arms deal. So this is a man who wants to posture himself as a paragon of morality, as if he made his money, it came out of his wisdom. No, it was generational wealth, and it was wealth that was created out of, as I said, exploiting our people. I mean, if you look at the people that he hammers on, President Ramaphosa is not my favorite person, and the ANC itself. But if you look at the governing party, it's a product of a dysfunctional system. It had to inherit corruption from the apartheid government, to the extent that it is the very ANC that forgave his father. His father, Basil Herzov, never accounted for the atrocities, because if you look at international law and what it says about those who aided and abetted criminality, including human injustices, it says that they must account. But Herzov's family never accounted, and you guys give him platforms. I mean, he is Jew, and I was saying to you, Jews will never give Nazis any platform. Why are we as black people giving people who oppressed and exploited us a platform, and in that platform they come and they insult us? They see nothing good in us. In fact, they want to take over. We have been 30 years into democracy. They came here centuries ago. What did they do? I mean, they killed our kings. They killed our chiefs. We've never had an opportunity where we can sit and say that we are rebuilding. The ANC itself, that many of us are saying that, it has made mistakes, and yes, it has made mistakes, is a party that has been in government for only 30 years. And it has been in government without any economic power. And some of, what I'm raising, it's part of their own, mistakes. The very fact that they are capital controlled by the very Herzovs. But I think you should not be giving him a platform. And I think black people who love themselves shouldn't be giving people like Rob Herzov any platform. He has not accounted for his family sins and those of his forebearers. But I think as black people, we don't care. Our lives do not matter, and that of our ancestors.
So Rob Herzov's father was behind apartheid, and he was busy pushing it. So all their wealth, as it is now, we say that he's a billionaire, is because they have illegally gained from white monopoly capital, apartheid, hater, evil inheritance. The same narrative, he's still pushing it to sideline black people. He's a billionaire because his family has been exploring black people. So even now, 2025, he still have the same agenda. These are the people who wants to forever see black people suffer. This man cannot be taken seriously. I totally agree with this lady that Rob Hersov on the black podcast, black medias and so forth, he must not be given a platform because he's misleading. He is a poison to our democracy. That is what Rob is to you. Please don't forget, you can support us, you can support this channel, and you can subscribe to this channel. You can leave a comment on the section below, and you can press the super thanks button until we meet on the next video. And I'm out.